What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. In today's video, we're going to talk about AMC, GME, as well as the broader market. So today, AMC was down for 8.61% for the day. It had a high of $17.09. It's still going down a little bit in the aftermarket as well. Now, the average volume on AMC is around 52.89 million. Today's volume was around 24.61 million. The volume is definitely low. The overall broader market is just sinking towards the downside, and we had the earning for Google's as well, and it's a mess, which is actually a very bad sentiment towards the broader market. Now let's come over to the GME. GME was down for 6.14% for the day. It had a high of $136.80. The average volume on GME is around 4.36 million, but today's volume was around 1.54 million. The volume seems to be like exactly the same in AMC and the GME as compared to their average volumes. Not many investors are showing any kind of interest right now in this current market. The money is actually not flowing in at all. Whosoever is already in a stock position, they are all trying to get away from their positions in order to save themselves for any further downtrends coming into the broader market. Now let's come over to the VIX. This is the volatility index, which indicates where the market is heading from here onwards. It was up for 24.06% for the day. It had a high of $33.81. Anything over 30 is a buy signal for the overall broader market. But the way the market is just going down, we might experience a little bit more uptrend into the VIX, which means the broader market is going to keep going down. Now, after the earnings for the Google today, which is a mess, we might experience more downtrend coming into the overall broader market. Now, let's come over to the SPY. The SPY was down for 2.90% for the day. It had a high of $426.04. So from last couple of days, we have been experiencing this significant downtrend that's coming into the broader market. We just had a green day yesterday, which gave a slight bit of relief to a lot of investors. They were thinking that the market might still keep going down, but it didn't. It went up. But today the trend is following, and after this bad earning that came out from Google, we might experience a little bit more downtrend into the SPY. Now, Tesla is one of our favorite company, and it just got hammered today. $121.60 down. It opened with $995.43. So you can imagine it had a high of $1,000 this morning, and then it went down almost 12.18% for the day. In the aftermarket as well, it's still going down. This is ridiculous. Tesla had its earning and it was mind blowing. The numbers were great, the guidance was good as well. Still, the stock is going down just on no news. Now, the only conflict that's coming in right now, Elon Musk is going to buy Twitter, which is creating a little bit of scarcity mindset in the stockholders of Tesla, that the Twitter distraction is definitely going to create some sort of a downtrend in Tesla. Now let's come over to the options. So for the AMC, now I've increased the premium to max and see what exactly the whales are doing. All the whales are on to the downside. They are betting that the AMC will keep going down from here onwards. But let's see, hope for the best. What's going to happen from here onwards now? Now, when I bring down the premium and see exactly what the retail is doing, majority of the retail are again onto the downside. All of them are buying put options, which means that the stock will keep going down from here onwards. There are some of the call buying that is also happening in AMC. Investors are still betting that the AMC will gonna go up from here onwards. As we can see, put to call ratio, put side is 66% and the call side is 34%. The premium is still high onto the put side. The volume is definitely higher on the put side. Now let's come over to the options flow for the GME. Now I have increased the premium to max and see what exactly the whales are doing. The whales are having a mixed sentiment. Couple of them are onto the downside and one of them is onto the upside, and this individual was buying a $250 leap option on GME. He's buying 75 contract. He's paying $134,000 for it. Now when I bring down the premium and see what exactly the mini whales are doing, majority of them are onto the downside, but there was still a lot of call buying that's happening in GME, and these individuals are all buying leaps on GameStop. Now when we look at the put to call ratio, definitely the call side is slight bit higher than the put side. The premium is still heavier on the call side. It's 50-50 almost, and the volume is definitely way too much higher on the put side. After checking the options flow, there was nothing significant coming out of the options flow that the GME might keep going down from here onwards. But the current scenario regarding the overall broader market, we might experience this downtrend in a continuation for a few more days. Now let's come over to the options flow for the SPY. Now when I increase the premium to max and see what exactly the whales are doing, there was this one whale that came in. This individual was buying $435 put option that's going to expire in 9 days, and he bought it when the price was around $422, and currently it's around $416. and 415 in the aftermarket. And he's buying 7,513 contract and he's paying $11.6 million for it. And he's buying a put option. There was this one trade that came in. This individual was buying a $480 call option. That's a leap option this individual is buying, which indicate that there are still a lot of investors, those who are actually betting that the SPY will go to all-time high. And this individual is buying 5,000 contract and he's paying $12.4 million for it. When I bring down the premium and see what exactly the mini whales are doing, majority of them are onto the downside, but there was a lot of call buying also happening in the SPY today, because we usually don't see call option coming in the SPY because there are usually downtrend that's been experienced in the overall broader market. So a lot of individual keeps buying the put option. Now when I bring up the put to call ratio, we can see the put side is definitely higher than the call side. The premium is definitely higher on the put side. The volume is heavier on the put side. And now after checking the options flow, there was nothing majorly suspicious coming out of the options flow. But I can tell you definitely there were quite a bit of call buying that was happening in the SPY today, which indicates that a lot of investors are betting that the SPY might go up from here onwards. Hope so. You like my video. Please like and subscribe my channel. And I'm going to see you in the next one. Cheers.